welcome back. Today's topic is going to be assignment photography mechanics. And what that's going to encompass is an actual assignment. You can spend a lot of time watching videos on how to create excellent imagery, but you also need to understand the mechanics of the equipment that you have. And that's what our discussion is going to be about today. And your assignment is go out and take some photographs, get some imagery. Let's get to it. So here's what your assignment is. I want you to go out and use your equipment. You can spend a lot of time watching videos on all the intricacies of how the equipment works. But to really learn, you need to go out and use your equipment. You need to go out and fail. You need to make mistakes so you can come back and understand what happened and what you need to do better. So let's start off with this. We're not going to discuss white balance, aperture, ISO, shutter speed. We're just going to talk about the mechanics of certain types of imaging mechanisms, like this little guy. This is a 360 camera. Takes a 360, you can look up, you can look down, you can look all around. And you can create maps. You may have seen these in real estate photography, where you walk into the house and you can walk into the rooms and see all the different, you can walk into the closet, you can walk into the whole house. For that to happen, this camera has to be placed in multiple places in that residence. Now, I don't want you to take this and go do your house. You know all the nooks and crannies to your house or your apartment. You need to take this someplace that's new and you don't really know the floor plan, because you need to understand exactly where to put this thing. This is one of those things, like anything else. The more imagery you have, the easier it'll be for you later on. If you're missing an image and the software doesn't know how to connect it, then once you get into that software, you have the problem of taking that image and connecting it where it belongs. The only way you're going to find out what you do and don't know about this thing is to take it out and use it. Go shoot some different residences, go shoot some different areas and learn how the mechanics of it work. And then later on, learn more about the technical things that it can do. Something else that's very common today, drones. Same exact situation. There's a term called stick time, where you use the controller to fly the drone around. There's a lot of work to get these things to do what you want them to do. And on top of that, to take video and pictures at the same time. You need to learn how everything works. These will take very cinematic videos that look really, really wonderful. But if you're jerking it when you're moving it around, people will get dizzy. The video will not be done very well. So you need to take it out. You need to learn it. You need to spend some time on it so that you can get smooth videos from it. And you won't know how any of that correlates until you take it out and use it and start shooting with it. At the same time, our regular items, our camera, our smartphone, there's a lot of things you can learn about these. There's a lot of technical things that you can learn about them. But learn the mechanics. Take that camera out and start doing photographs. Go someplace, go to a zoo and start taking photographs. I'm not saying you have to make these amazing photographs when you go. Take pictures, take the equipment out, use the equipment. When you get the imagery back and you're looking at it, that's when you'll really be able to tell what you need to do to improve. But you're not going to know what that is until you take it out and use it. You've got to take it out and use it. If you come back with a bunch of terrible photography, great. Now you know what you need to do to make that imagery better. So you might want to attach one of these things to the camera. All of a sudden there's a whole new situation. And you don't want to have a gig that you're ready to go shoot and find out then that you don't know how all the mechanics of everything you have work. When you're shooting video, normally you will have that on a tripod and there's the pan, that smooth motion while you're shooting that video, or tilt. Once again, that same smooth motion. That motion doesn't come naturally. It takes a while to be able to get a feel for that. And the only way you're going to know it is to take the equipment out and use it. Take a video and pan. And then when you come back, see whether it is a nice, smooth, clean motion that you have, or you notice, little bit of jerking, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I didn't know I was doing that. You need to understand your equipment. So your assignment, your photography assignment, is to take your gear, go out and use it. You'll be surprised sometimes, if you're not real familiar with what you have, that you'll all of a sudden find yourself in a situation where, like, what do I do? That's the time to find it out, not when you're being counted on by someone or a group of people to take the imagery. That's not the time to find out. You don't exactly know how to use these things in the field. Once again, I hope you found this information informative and helpful. And right down there is a subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to push that little button, and then you'll receive notifications of other videos that I have out. If you have any suggestions, give me those suggestions in the comments, and I can either answer them or maybe even create a video, because your question is the same question other people have. Once again, assignment photography mechanics. Get your gear, shut the TV off or your computer off, and go out and take imagery, take shots, use your equipment. If it's storming and it's terrible and you can't get out, walk around the area you have, shoot video, shoot photography pictures, learn your gear, and learn the photography mechanics of what you have. Well, I'm glad that this information may have been helpful to you, and I hope you will watch more of my videos. Until then, I hope you have a great day.